right now, the new race car actually starts. How cool is that? Now it's not drivable just yet because I'm waiting on some parts to come in for the throttle cable and the clutch cable. I ordered a custom make your own cable kit, but it didn't come with the right nipples, so we're kind of at a standstill with this. In the meantime, I've been working on assembling my Bad Neighbor Supply Co. thrash chargers. This build is going to run 2 of my custom thrash chargers that I 3D print and manufacture myself. Some other new additions you may notice, we now have a radiator with these super cool radiator tubes. I'm using the radiator out of the original Geo Metro and using super cool radiator tubes to make it all work. Really pumped on how those came out, and believe it or not, it doesn't leak. Kind of. Big shout out to our friends over at Tire Works for mounting these beautiful Snuff racing wheels. These are super grippy, kind of all-terrainy track wheels. They are very, very sticky, and this will be perfect on the track. I'm so excited about these. Most importantly though, out of all that stuff, listen to this. Oh, second gear. First gear. Second gear, back to neutral. Yep, back to neutral. You guys know my friend Randy. I talk about Randy from time to time. Randy was a dwarf car racer, and he's an engineer, and he does all kinds of crazy computer stuff. He's one of the smartest people I know. He did a bunch of dwarf car racing, and he kind of just ran his own race team. I look up to Randy a lot. We have a lot of things in common. I was struggling to get a shifter to work in here, and so I called up Big Randy himself, and he came over, and not only did he help me engineer a shift linkage that would work in here, he also helped me fabricate it and taught me a lot of valuable lessons about welding, and also kind of pushed me to get a new welding helmet because my welding helmet sucks. See, all this stuff you guys see me do, I had to just kind of figure out for myself. Nobody taught me how to do any of this stuff, so everything I know how to do has just been developed through trial and error. And this was the first time somebody's actually sat me down and taught me things that I'm doing wrong and how to improve on the things that I'm doing right. And it was so cool, and I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you again, Randy. You're the best. So at this point in time, I'm kind of at a standstill until like 3 days from now until my parts get here. So you guys want to see a couple other things I've built while I was taking a little break from filming the past 2 months? Just because I took a 2-month break from filming doesn't mean that I took a 2-month break from building stuff. I mainly talk about Geo Metros and Suzuki products on this channel, so let's start with my daily driver tracker. This is my daily driver tracker, and it's been featured in a few of my videos where I made some custom 3D printed inserts to hold my stuff and did a bunch of other stuff on it. But recently it has gotten a major overhaul. So how this came to be was it looked the way that you guys have seen it look for a long time, and my wife and I were off-roading and we got stuck. We got stuck once and that was it. So now we have a 4-inch lift total. 2 inches are body lift, 2 inches are shock lift, and we are running these massive 35 by 13 and a half wide tires. I have a really deep offset up the front to be able to push them out further so they don't rub, and a more mild offset in the rear. So I have quite the track width here. I also did a little bit different of a vibe with the front grille and headlights. I had those covered headlights for a long time, and those look cool, but with the more aggressive stance, I kind of wanted the front to look more aggressive as well. I'm also running 2-inch wheel spacers all the way around. I had to cut into the body pretty significantly in order to make these wheels work, and I got too excited and forgot there's a wiring harness behind here. Cut through my entire wiring harness and had to resolder and extend the entire thing. So if you're going to cut the driver's side way too high, there is a wiring harness that runs behind there. Make sure you move it out of the way before you cut it. But aside from the big wheels and suspension upgrades, it's business as usual with this thing. It's always reliable, it's always great, and it's always a great time. And my hood is mildly open. There we go. Huh, how long have I been driving around like that? I've also been building this. This is my other wife's 2001 Mitsubishi Eclipse GS. Now, she used to have the GT, but the GT sucks, so we went for the smaller engine, more reliable, and I think just all around better GS. All right, we got the car. We just scooped up a 2001 Mitsubishi Eclipse GS. Not an RS, not a GT, a GS. With the GT, if you know Eclipses, yes, it has more horsepower because it's a bigger engine, but it is an absolute and utter nightmare to work on and to drive and to use. It's a terrible car. The four-cylinder version of these, the GS and the RS, are the superior way to have an Eclipse. There's a little less horsepower, but it's significantly lighter and significantly easier to work on, and it's stronger. It's a better car. It's less likely to fall apart on you. It's still an Eclipse, but it's less likely to fall apart. And I would say, as Eclipse standards go, this is the best Eclipse I've ever driven, and I'm really happy that we own this one. The hood doesn't really hood, so I have a ratchet strap holding the hood down. And there's no front to it. There's no front bumper on it. But we live in the desert. No one cares. It definitely needs a wheel bearing. Oh, it needs a wheel bearing bad. Eesh. 9. And I recently did an entire Chameleon paint job on it. I'm putting the side skirts on right now, so that's why they're on the ground. This beautiful blue to purple. It's a little dirty right now because I just wet sanded the clear coat a little bit. So I gotta bring it to the car wash. But what a difference, right? Look at this thing. I've been building this car for quite some time, but a lot of really big details just got finished on it, so this is how it's coming along. And it runs good for an Eclipse, which is crazy because Eclipses suck. I also recently fabricated this custom 4-barrel exhaust. So how this works, because this is the GS, it's the 4-cylinder model, there's only one pipe coming out. So there's custom headers that go back into some resonators and some stuff to make it sound good. That goes into a cherry bomb at stream that gets funneled into 2 Y pipes, and those Y pipes get collected as 4, and then there you go. I didn't do the best way of explaining that, but hopefully it makes sense. Howdy, Sheeby. This is Jam's 2024 X Pro 125 Cafe Racer. I added a new back tire to it and new tubes, but all around that thing's pretty bulletproof. I also did a little bit of work to Angel's 125 street bike. I engine swapped it to a 250 Templar engine, and now it has a starter button, which it didn't have a starter button before, which is really helpful because it was kickstart only. Guys. Children, this is a place of business. so after quite a bit of tinkering with the two wiring harnesses and plugging and unplugging and trial and error, we have spark and we have fuel and we have a whole lot of heart. That is too loud, you're right. So a bunch of work that I did to the bike was I built a completely custom exhaust, bridging together the stock exhaust from the Templar engine and the stock exhaust from the 125. I also made some custom motor mounts and a bunch of other stuff. So now I got it starting and running and it's good. Now we just gotta put on a new chain and a new clutch cable. Oh, I forgot to tighten up the clutch. I still gotta put the body panels on here and paint it and do a ton more work on it, but all in all, it's pretty good. Both of my wives can ride both of their motorcycles, but mine's broken. I am really zoomed in. Okay. Hi. Check out all the snow on the mountain. It snowed on the mountain last night. Alright, so after many hours of work, Mikey and I have it to where the clutch somewhat engages, the throttle somewhat engages. I'm going to try and make it to the end of the driveway. You're good. Oh, I stalled myself. Tattoo for my wife. All right, wish me luck.
Yeah, piece of wood.
Something so scary.
How's the clutch thing going?
Actually, not too bad.
Nice.
I know it's like it's vice grips, but for vice grips, it's not too bad.
Oh, we're pushing it back. Oh, it broke off completely.
Yep. Well, so we got it running. We fixed the throttle, but now it's dark out. So we're taping 2 flashlights on the, yeah, there we go. There's visibility. Let's do it. Works for me.
Hey, it worked for you because it works for me.
What gear are you in?